And now here are some top headlines in U.S. history for the week of December 6 through 12. On December 6, 1865, the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified. The amendment abolished slavery nationwide and prohibits involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a criminal conviction. It offered a more consensual and permanent solution for ending slavery in the United States than President Lincoln's 1863 Emancipation Proclamation. But even after most of the Civil War military action had died down, the idea of an abolition amendment was met with lingering debate in the U.S. Congress. National passage of such an amendment was never a certainty. The U.S. Senate passed a version to the House on April 8, 1864. Deals were cut to reach the two-thirds majority required to pass it in the House on January 31, 1865. The text then needed ratification by two-thirds of the states before it became an amendment to the U.S. Constitution. At the time, there were 36 U.S. states. 27 were needed to ratify, or officially approve, the amendment. This requirement was met on December 6, 1865. U.S. Secretary of State William Seward certified the ratification on December 18th. The remaining 9 states continued to ratify the amendment until February 7, 2013, nearly 147 years after ratification had begun. By itself, it's not a perfect resolution. Nevertheless, the 13th Amendment was a key moment in how the nation aimed to create a more perfect union. December 7th is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. It honors the 2,403 Americans killed on December 7, 1941, when Japanese airmen executed a surprise attack on a U.S. naval station in Hawaii. An additional 1,178 Americans were wounded. 4 U.S. Navy battleships, 2 other seacraft, and 188 aircraft were destroyed. 4 other U.S. battleships, 9 seacraft, and 159 aircraft were damaged. The following day, the United States declared war on Japan and officially entered the World War II conflict. President Franklin Roosevelt memorably called December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. President Bill Clinton proclaimed the first National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day in 1994. On December 6, 1907, one of America's deadliest mining disasters occurred. 2 back-to-back explosions led to the deaths of 362 men and boys working at a coal mine in Monongah, West Virginia. Rescue efforts were made nearly impossible by toxic fumes and gases, structural collapses, inadequate ventilation, and a lack of protective gear. Only 1 person was rescued. The community was left with more than 200 widows and over 500 fatherless children, including 31 children who were born after the disaster. Due to this and similar disasters of the time, the American public demanded increased mining oversight. In 1910, the U.S. Bureau of Mines was established to regulate mining safety and waste and to provide training, rescue services, and investigations. Though there are some viable theories about what happened that day, no official cause for the Monongah mining disaster has ever been disclosed. Related events this week in U.S. history include the Cross Mountain mine disaster. It killed 84 people in Briceville, Tennessee, just 3 years after the Monongah mine disaster, 3 days after Pearl Harbor, and 2 days after the U.S. declared war on Japan. Germany and Italy declared war on the United States. Indiana became the 19th U.S. state on December 11, 1816. And on December 12, 1787, Pennsylvania became the 2nd state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and visit our website for more great content.